It is getting heated in here. Many debates happening already as to this list, so it's time for you to chime in. No doubt, chime in rather. 100 greatest Canadian sports moments of all time captured in this book. The author is James Bisson. Good morning, James.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Oh man, we got started first thing as soon as you sat down. You poor thing. You must be here justifying to everybody all the time with the top 100 and the top 10 and why this and why not that. How did you go about getting the information and who was on your panel?
Well, I came in and thought it would be just a really good idea to have some sort of source for debate for sports fans, and this had never been done before, so I thought, why not? Why not do it? So I got together with some colleagues from the Canadian Press, where I work now, and the Score television network, where I worked before, and we put our heads together and came up with what I think was a pretty good list, and then we went out and snagged some people
Experts?
with a little more cachet. Stephen Brunt from the Globe and Mail, for example, and Chris Cuthbert, television guy, and there are about 20 of us total put it together.
So various media, sports journalists, and sportscasters. So let's get started. Top 10, guys. Here we go. Number 10, Canada beats Russia in thrilling cup final of 1987. Chosen because?
Chosen because of, in my mind, the drama. It was one of the most thrilling international series you will ever see. Canada beating Russia again, sort of a moment that people, will remember where they were. And of course, having Wayne Gretzky and Mario Lemieux on the same team, which at the time was a huge deal. And then for each game to go, 6-5, and then just the way Canada pulled it out in the end, I would have had it higher personally, myself, but I can't argue with it where it is, and it certainly belongs there in the top 10.
Okay, number 9, we go back to 1968. Green means gold.
Nancy Green, first question she asked me when I started the interview with her was, where am I? Where am I on the list? So, the athletes want to know too. And for her to go in there, to come back from an injury and to win the race by over 2.5 seconds, which in skiing is unheard of. I mean, just one of the most fantastic moments you'll ever hear, certainly on ski slopes in this country.
And I love the fighting spirit. Where am I on that list? You're number 9, love. 8, Gretzky becomes NHL scoring king. 1989 was the year.
And this is one of Wayne's favorite moments because it happened in Edmonton, and of course everyone knows that he had been traded shortly before that. So for him to be able to go back to Alberta, to do it in front of the fans for whom he performed so well, and to be able to do it in front of his own hero, Gordie Howe, just magnificent for him, and he's really happy that he was able to do it there.
Incredible effort. At number 7, and some may argue, why isn't it higher? Terry Fox's Marathon of Hope, 1980.
I get two different arguments on this. I get people who think it should be 1 or 2, and people who question whether it should be on there at all, which really is the essence of the debate we have here. A lot of people believe that it's an incredible accomplishment, and no one can take that away from him. But others question whether you would consider it a sport. There's no field of play, there was no actual competition. So I think Terry represents really what we tried to do here, which was really stir up a debate on where do you draw the line? What's a sport and what isn't a sport?
Definitely. I'm just going to rush through the next few so we can get to the top ones. At 6, Nash repeats as NBA MVP 2006. At 5, we've got Canadian men and Olympic hockey drought 2002. At 4, Mike Weir, of course, winning the Masters in 2003. Let's do top 3. Blue Jays, top of the world again, 1993. Huge. Everybody remembers that.
Oh, absolutely, especially in the city here. And it had been 16 years since a team had repeated. So I think for me it was significant because Canadian baseball really struggled before that and has struggled since. And so people really see that as a benchmark moment for baseball in this
country. At 2, Bailey beats the world in Atlanta, 96.
A really nice way for people to forget about the Ben Johnson scandal. Bailey went out in front of millions of people in one of the best fields in track history and won in record time.
And number 1, can you guess it, guys? Canada tops the Soviet Union in Summit Series the year 1972.
There were no arguments about this. Everyone was pretty much on the same page. It was so much more than a sports moment. When a country will stop and watch a hockey game, schools close, work closes, you know that it's a lot more than just 60 minutes of hockey. And of course, Paul Henderson's goal, people who were around will never forget where they were when they saw it.
Definitely. And you guys can chew on this one at home. No sign of the Leafs taking the Stanley Cup anywhere in the top 100. So if you have a beef, 100greatestsportsmoments.ca. Don't write us. We can't help you. Or pick up the book,
That's right.
100 Greatest Canadian Sports Moments, available in most major bookstores. Thank you so much. It's a great read. Great coffee table conversation for sure.